Yeah, we live now. Yeah, we live.
Just keep talking shit. Hey, yeah, I don't know. We could possibly be live. But that Spider-Man meme, that's the perfect. That's Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, and Derek Carr. Now, yeah. So I don't know. Everybody, what's up, man? Welcome to RaiderNationLive. What's up?
What up? What up?
Craigie. We got the special guest up in the building.
Yes. We'll see who they are.
Yes, sir.
You'll recognize.
Yeah, this next week is going to be kind of special. We got a couple other guests coming on this week, but this was supposed to happen last week. Sorry about that. Your boy got he has a company to run. He got DJs that just lag on him and shit. So, got to do what we got to do. But all right. We're in the building. What's up, everybody? Welcome to
RaiderNationLive.
Brady Bunch. We could do Brady Bunch here, man.
Yeah. We just need somebody in the middle, bro. Who would be the perfect middle person right now for this? Would it be Mitchell Renz? No.
Me and Josh right there. Let's go.
I got a flex real quick. I got some Oakland Amari Cooper game use gloves.
Yes,
So
sir.
I just picked these up the other day. So I was like, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we actually had a good team at one point. But
yeah.
Barry.
We got a 16.
Now, man.
Yeah, we got a good team now. Exactly.
Yeah, this is our year.
It has to be. It has to be. If not, then I don't boat. I don't fish or anything like that. So I'm just gonna get on the boat and just go out to the sea somewhere and just I'll be gone.
What you talking about?
Take a shower.
I'm just saying, if we don't do nothing this year, it's gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
Nah, but we got Raider. We got Raider in the building. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Great to have you guys. Great to have you
Baker
guys.
Baker Raider.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got
But
Baker
we actually have a doctor on the panel. She's Doctor Baker Raider.
Thank you.
We can see how much shit she really talks.
In videos with my girlfriend, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I was the nurse. There's got to be a male nurse somewhere, bro. See, those videos are way too far fetched, bro. Because there's got to be a male nurse somewhere in there, bro. Anyways, moving on. I digress. We also got Kukui Online, which is another super fan. Also, what's up, bro? Thank you guys for all pulling up, man. Appreciate you, Josh. You guys all know Josh. Josh, crazy fucking guy. I was actually talking about you today, and it was funny because the guy I was talking to today about it, he ended up on a bet. He became a Kansas City fan. So I was kind of he wasn't a big football fan. He was not from here or whatever or not. And so he ended up on a bet. It was against the Bills. The story was he was him and his buddy. They were watching the Bills against Chiefs, and Chiefs ended up winning. So he ended up having to become a Chiefs fan. So, but he's like, man, he goes, but everyone makes fun of Kermit. And he was like, Kermit. I looked at him. I was like, what? I was like, Josh, I'm gonna have that boy, the one, the Kermit, the little dog that you have, right? Yeah. So I was like, man, we're just cracking up about that shit, bro. Well, yeah, I brought you up today anyway. So
I'm at Kermit Mahomes. I shipped him off to a Chiefs fan because she bought me a bunch of drinks at the bar at the Super Bowl, and I was like, for real, I was like, you buy me some drinks, I'll ship it to you. And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And like, I'm drunk, and my friend's like, yeah, put your address in his phone, he will do it. And so she bought me a bunch of drinks, and I shipped it to her. Don't even know her name, anything. Just shipped it to her.
Man, Josh, you get rid of stuff out the blue like that. I'll buy you a bunch of drinks.
Yeah, dude, I'll buy you, man. What kind of drinks you like, bro? I'll send you a bottle right now. What's in whiskey? I'm sponsored by What's in Whiskey. No, I'm playing. Man,
yeah, just say your bottle. Good old Jameson, bro. Good old Jameson right there. You can tell Josh Jameson.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. No more alcohol for me. I'm good. Too many kids. I was playing. When we get to the chat, what we normally do around here is tell everybody what's up, talk a little bit of shit, and then we get into the chat real quick, and then we just start talking about everything, man. There's a couple of things that have been coming up as far as DA wanting to leave and people saying they want to trade him. You mentioned the whole trade for Micah Parsons and all this ooey bullshit that we don't like hearing. So, yeah, Brandon Ayuk. All these different guys. So I'm gonna get to the chat real quick, man, and then we'll get into it, okay? Joseph Barger, what's up, bro? Salute to you, man. Pena, what's going on, bro? Space Beast, what's up, brother? Hopefully you're having a good one. Says closer. We get to the draft. Coach Gravy is mellowing out, and Nerd Lowe's getting on my nerves. Fucking Space, bro. What's up, bro? That was a good one. Shout out to Space, bro. JC, that's my boy right there.
That's me.
Salute to you, brother. And who else is in the building? Raider Mania is in the building. Jesse Lopez, what's up? Who's going to the draft? Anybody going to the draft? I'm not gonna get a chance to.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, I ain't going to Detroit though. Fuck that.
I'm going to Vegas, but
You're going to Vegas?
yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure.
They should just have it every year in Vegas, bro. That
Hey,
year
sure.
when it was in Vegas, it was awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. What year did you go? Gabe?
Everybody.
Well, the only year, what year was it? 3 years ago now?
3 years ago?
3 years ago now?
But in Indy?
The beat 3 years ago? No, the one in Vegas.
The one in
Oh.
Vegas.
Oh, that was 3 years ago.
That would be 3 years. This draft, right? Or
Damn, time flies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
It
because
does.
Kansas City, then Indy, and then now this is gonna be fucking Detroit. So yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
go,
so-
man. I get Tupac vibes. I get Tupac vibes when I go. to Vegas.
Tupac vibes, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's too hard out there, bro, for some people. Anyways, Ray Love in the building. Jesse Lopez, what's up, bro? You go, yeah, Jesse was asking if you're going to the draft. He said, yep. Raider Mania showing love too. Ray Love, SoCal Sal's in the building. John Silva, what's up, bro? Alfredo's in the building. Who else in here? SoCal Sal. I just try to get to everybody that's here. So, what up, bro? Fellas and ladies. Who's ladies? It's just lady.
Well, you know.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. So. Raider Nation, Real Talk Raider Nation, what's up, bro? Salute to you, man. Hopefully you're having a good one. Anybody else in the building? D Menace is in the building. What's
Hey.
up, bro? Raider Deb 75, what's
What's
up? Hope you're having a good one, Deb. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Damn, we're way behind. All right, Paul Gaines in the building. Yeah, it's always like that. We start talking a little bit of shit, and then we just start going on.
Mounts up. Yeah. It's
So
all right.
anybody that's here for the first time or seen We Raider, or I know you guys seen one of them one way or another. I know Baker, she has tons of stuff on TikTok, IG. You know, Josh is crazy, and then Kukui is a super fan. You've seen him all around. Ivan, when I first seen you, I was like, damn, that was pretty dope. And then your name Kukui, I was like, man, that's dope even better because it kind of matches the whole thing. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Kind of started off as a joke, but I was like, I'm gonna roll with it.
yeah,
There
fuck
you
it,
go.
you know. Yeah, but I mean, it
That as
works.
well.
But it really does. You know what I mean? So who else in the building? Alfredo's in the building, but yeah, they are We Raider. They do have a podcast. They're trying to go against us on a Tuesday. No, I'm just no, I'm just afraid. I know because we were always doing Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, but I know this season we're going to be changing, switch up a little bit. But they're on Tuesdays, and I don't know if you guys do any other podcasts besides that day.
Nah,
Yeah,
we go
We'll
once
get
a
a little bit
week.
more. Once a week?
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, we do once a week.
maybe
Yeah.
once a season starts up, we'll do a little bit more, like periodically stuff. But like, we just want to set like a once a week thing and
For sure.
have,
Just
like,
get
a
it
nice little
going.
recap.
Yeah, just to get it going. Yeah, see, that's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of the way we started doing it. It's like, okay, Mondays way hella crazy. You know what I mean? Sunday nights is good because you kind of just watch the game and stuff like that. Unless there was a Monday night game, then we will go do that. But
Yeah.
kind of let it breathe a little bit. Kind of watch a little bit of film, watch to see who fucked up, who didn't. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
Yeah, we wanted to let the emotions cool down before we came on.
I would just be screaming at the
Yeah,
camera
I mean-
for 40 minutes.
Right after the game.
Oh yeah,
Right after the
that
game,
shit.
go out.
Oh, that's happened plenty of times over here, man. That shit's It gets like that, and then a couple days later, you kind of reflect on it a little bit. You watch it a little bit, and then kind of
Right.
calm down. But
That's why they
it-
call
it-
it Monday morning quarterback. You
Yeah.
calm down. You got time to reflect. You're like, all right, hindsight. But yeah, if
Yeah,
you go to a podcast Sunday night after the game, you're just screaming all pissed off half the time.
But
Yeah,
it's cool looking at
definitely.
both aspects of it. You know what I mean? Looking at both aspects because in the heat of the moment, man, because that shows kind of sometimes how you really feel. You know?
Yep.
That heat of the moment right after the game's over, like 5 minutes after the game's over, you go live. That's the best right there, bro. And then like 2 days later, you come back and say, I didn't mean what I said. And then-
I was mad.
and then-
Don't go to bed angry.
I was just
yeah.
playing. I was just playing.
Well, what was that Adam Sandler movie? He's like, I hate you, and then come back, baby. I just, I'm sorry,
Pretty
baby.
much. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured like if we did it on Sunday, like a lot of times we go to the games.
Yeah,
So
we're
we'd
always
have to, like,
there.
do it there.
Well, yeah.
And we'd be like really like pissed off or overly excited. So we figured we'll give it some time to like gel, and then we could, talk about it after. That clear mind. Plus, we figured, on Tuesday, not much going on anyway, so we'll just do it Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's true too. So Space Beast with the super chat real quick. He says, "What's everyone's stick and pick at 13?" So you guys want to start off? I'm still kind of catching up with the chat, but we can. I know. Me and Josh talked a little bit about it. I haven't really got your guys's, Baker or Kabui. Like I haven't got your guys's, thing. And I know my boys got their own opinion, and I'm kind of set on mine. So you guys can just start it, however you guys want to answer it.
First of all, this is the first time that I'm like, we actually have a GM that will make a sensible pick and not do like when we had. What was it? Like the number, I forgot what number pick it was. And Reggie McKenzie traded to the Dolphins and got, what was DJ Hayden, I think it was. I can't even remember. It was a while ago. And everybody was laughing that we got posed, that we got the, like half of the trade value. And then with John Gruden, you just got like random dudes that he fell in love with that he thought that he could like take him to, like, he thought he could take them to the next level. And he was wrong on most of them. So I don't know. I feel like right now with a sensible GM, like I don't know how to make sense of it. So I'm kind of thinking we maybe, I don't know, trade down or trade up. If we got Penix with the 13th pick, I would not be upset. I'm not going to be like, but I'll be like, yeah. So I'm just gonna try to keep my blood pressure low and go with the flow.
There you go. I know, Josh. I know we talked a little bit. So talk to me.
Hey, you know what sounds like a perfect Gruden pick? Drafting a guy with 2 torn rotator cuffs and 2 blown ACLs at 13. That sounds like a good pick for Penix.
Hey, but he's a lefty, man. He's a lefty.
How old is he? Like 38, 39 now? I don't know how old he is anymore. But
he's almost the same age as O'Connell, bro. He's like
right. He's younger than O'Connell. For me,
we're gonna have the youngest team, but the oldest quarterback room. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm gonna go with Mitchell out of Toledo if he's there. If not,
I thought you were gonna say Mitchell Rams.
I know. I was like,
whoa.
It's like saying that. You like saying Mitchell.
He's like saying
Mitchell. I think Mitchell at cornerback, because we don't really have a CB2. We got Hobbs, and then we got Bennett, and then we have Jack Jones. You're gonna see what Jack Jones is gonna do. But for me personally, I think Telesco is a smart GM. Drafts very well. He's gonna take the best available at the need. Our biggest need is gonna be tackle. Munford couldn't even beat out Illuminor last year, so I don't see him starting. He probably will by the end of the year. Just depends what our new guard Whitehair does. But I would be happy with, like I said, the cornerback out of Toledo, or either tackle from Oregon State or Washington, the 2 Samoan dudes. So but yeah, I don't want Penix. Please don't draft Penix at 13. That's such a weak. Like Pac-10, Pac-12 quarterbacks don't do well. You have Carson Palmer. And then you got Herbert in the past decade, 15 years. That's it. I just think it'd be a wasted pick. And, you've seen all the stats with Minshew. So Minshew is one of the more efficient quarterbacks in the NFL, and people don't give him enough credit. Nobody's ever given that dude a chance. Like, his turnover to touchdown ratio is like 2.2 to 1, which is extremely high. Like, that's better than most quarterbacks in NFL. He has almost 500 record on garbage teams. So give the dude a chance. I don't see us drafting a quarterback.
Whoa. Hot take.
Baker, what do you got? Because I know
Josh is getting up on banner.
Josh be breaking that shit down.
I mean, I think so. I think it depends. If we stay at 13, I'm not gonna be mad about Penix. I think that one of our problems in the past is we've gone a little bit blitzy, and I think if that offensive tackle is available, great. It's not a glamorous pick, but it would help with the fact that we have 2 quarterbacks that are not necessarily elite, and that are not necessarily coming right out of college. So if we stay at 13, I would say that. If we trade up, I I don't know. I kind of get the feeling every day that we're not going to do that more. And then if we trade back, I think that gives us we get a more robust draft class. We get to have people compete. I don't think that's a bad thing either.
Did you guys see PFF said that this might be the first draft where no defensive player goes in the top 10?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
I know.
Yeah. All quarterbacks, all wide receivers, and then Joe Otton's gonna be chilling there by himself as a tackle. So I want to see Marvin Harrison Jr. go to the Colts. Like, that's what I want to see. I grew up watching him and Edgar and James, his dad. I'm like, man, if that guy goes to the Colts and he's as good as his dad was, Jesus Christ. Like, that's just a dynasty right there.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope if he went there. But yeah, I think we all kind of have like a little bit of different view. I'm saying fuck it. Let's go for and Gabe is the one that pushed me to it. Like, I've done my analysis. I was like, all right, let's do this, let's do that. But like, when I sat down and everything, I'm like, fuck them picks. Let's just go up and go get Jaden Daniels, because like I did a little bit of research on one of the shows where we haven't picked a quarterback above the second round for like 12 years. Like, I think it was like 14 years, 15 years.
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus, and then before that was Moronovich.
After that, it was who's that?
Moronovich was the last one before that.
Oh, and that was great too.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
That was a good pick.
Yeah.
Another USC quarterback. Way to go.
You gotta realize that
they're really good teacher now, okay?
Yeah. Back then, that was the good meth. Now, if it was new meth, no. You know what I mean? That was the good meth. That was not.
That was Breaking Bad.
But like, for me, like when I was looking at that, it was Derek Carr was the highest one, and then after that, it was what's his name, Connor Cook was the other one that we had drafted. We have not drafted a quarterback in a total of, I think it was like 15 years. And it was like a 9-year spread, 6-year spread, or something like that, to where we're actually drafting quarterbacks. So that's our biggest problem. No matter what,
we rent them. That's what we do.
Yeah. We go through them. We're almost as bad as the Browns.
I think the Browns are worse. I want to say they're worse.
Yeah. We're worse.
Worse at quarterback. Just that quarterback.
Just that quarterback. But yeah, and that's true. But you're on Jaden Daniels. I've seen your stuff. But here's the thing: Jaden Daniels is like a stick figure.
Pretty small.
So and I put my 10 hat on, and I got a conspiracy theory. So he didn't do the combine. He didn't weigh in, and I'm gonna tell you why he didn't weigh in. Because quarterbacks that weigh in under 100 or 210 pounds don't start in the NFL. He reminds me of RG3. That's what he reminds me of. Just a clone of him. Fast, athletic, but he's too small. He's a stick figure. He's gonna get smashed. I
think, but how much do you put on? Like, but Washington, you know what I mean? With Washington, though, the thing with RG3, I thought with him, I thought that they kind of gave up on him too quick, and they even if I can remember, they made him play hurt. I think they forced him to play hurt. The doctors kind of like that was a big ass report on him because he had like I guess that he wasn't really. They lied on his medical report saying that he was cleared when he wasn't cleared, and that's why one of the big ass things with Washington. But that's for another day. But like I don't know, man. I just think it's always about situation. You know what I mean? And I loved how if he's put in this situation, I think it's going to be the best situation for him. And I think a lot of guys fail because of that reason too. You know what I mean? They're brought into teams that are 3-14. You know, 3 and back in the day they were 2-14. You know what I mean? And it's like expecting them to be
save the franchise.
Save the franchise when I don't think we're in that situation. You know what I mean? I think we're closer to being a quarterback away than being in that type. So I think that's why it would be more of a ideal situation for Jaden if he would come to the Raiders.
Yeah. And even the Bears are probably like, I can't remember the last time a team was in a prime position to pick somebody because they're not really the worst team, but they got the first pick anyways. But the Raiders, not exactly the same position because they're 13, but they're like in the middle of the row. that they really peaked during the end of the season. So I think whoever goes to the Raiders is going to be put in a good position as well.
Yeah, they're going to have a defense that supports them, like 1,000%.
Yeah.
You know, AOC had a winning record, and the guy threw up worse numbers than Jimmy Garoppolo. You know? Like, we literally had the worst quarterback room in the NFL and almost made the playoffs.
So are any of you, if any of you guys, Josh, Kukui and Baker Raider, are any of you just got this notion that Minshew is an all right quarterback to start this year?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with that? Or do you feel confident that we can win some games with this guy?
Absolutely.
I do.
He went 9-6 last year with no defense.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he didn't really have off season to train because they were giving all the reps to AR-15.
Yeah, and so he's never had a chance to start. He lost his starting job to Richardson. He lost his starting job to Trevor Lawrence. He literally has better numbers than Trevor Lawrence. Like, people, like, that was the big story, that when we signed him, like, he can play. When he tries to play hero ball, he makes mistakes. Like, and I compared him to Baker Mayfield, same type of game, a little bit undersized. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but he understands the game. And me and John were talking about this in one of our podcasts. I was like, he had like 10 touchdowns in the red zone last year, which is nuts.
Yeah, he's really good in the red zone.
Like, he can score the ball rushing or passing in the red zone. He's super efficient, and that's what we need.
That's something we don't have.
Yep,
something we never had.
We need 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, and we are golden. We're a 10 to 12 win team. That's all we need.
That's why. Like, I haven't been really like. I've been on Jaden, a lot. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I want him to be our first pick. Like, I would love for us to trade up to get him. But I've also talked about on this show that there's so many different ways I think that we can fix this team in this upcoming draft, where you can go offensive lineman first round, and you know what I mean, possibly find maybe like a down the line type quarterback, if like a Jordan Travis or somebody like that, that maybe you could sit for a year or two because you have a Minshew. But like that's why I like this team so much. That's why I love this team, bro, because it's like I think there's so many ways we can go. You know what I mean? You can fix so many different holes, where I think that this draft is deep enough that I think we could go so many different ways, and we won't be. I don't think a lot of people will still be satisfied, even if we don't go quarterback first round. Like, I know a lot of people are on that, you know what I mean? But as I think that it's our team is kind of like, the defense is built right now to where if we go another way with that, like, and help the offense in other ways, I still think this team is going to excel next year, bro. I think it's going to be a scary team next year. One of those dark horse teams, right? They're going to be talking about us for sure.
Oh, definitely. Like,
what's our over-under on wins? Like 6.5 or 7?
6.5, yeah.
I'd take the over all day long. All day long.
Even though it's minus 150, I still bet the over, because I think that's a solid bet.
I'm gonna call my bookie. I got a bookie in town now, so
Mitchell will get that easy. Mitchell will get 6.5 easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
And this is I saw the comment in there about Tom Brady and Purdy. Like, will people just shut the fuck up about that? Like, seriously, that's 2 shots in the dark in the past 30 fucking years, and you're gonna bring those guys up? Like,
and here's the thing about them.
I listed every second round quarterback. There's 3 good second round quarterbacks, in the past 15 years. Carr, Kaepernick, and the Red Rocket. That's it. The rest of them have been busts. Or not.
And the way we're moving, and in the direction that we're moving in is like, since Brady, like, look at last year in the AFC, like every single quarterback was picked in the first round.
Yep.
Speaking of Brady, what if he comes out of retirement to play for the Raiders?
Don't do that.
I hope
that's like me going out there, bro. That's like 58 years old dude. What is he?
Yeah.
I'm tired of that noise.
Sooner or later, that Father Time's gonna hit him, bro. Unless they hit him hard, he might not get up. He might not get up. Father Time gives me right now, and I'm not in as good a shape as he is, but shit.
Yeah, you don't drink avocado juice and all that other shit he has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Avocado ice cream.
You can only have so many juices.
He'll never have sugar in his life.
Yeah, but that's why I like looking at more recent history with the quarterbacks, because the way that with all the rule changes and all of that shit, and especially the way that the league is moving in, it's like I go more on what more recent history type shit. Like other than Brady, you know what I mean? He's like, and that's an anomaly, you know what I mean? But like everybody's in the first round right now, and I think that's the way that the league is moving in, bro. Like you have to kind of get your guy when you can. Like I know we're not in the best position right now, because you know what I mean, the top 3 guys will possibly be taken in the the first 3 picks. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
and it's a 50-50 shot. It's a coin flip.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Mm-hmm. It's a coin flip with quarterbacks in the first round, because people reach. Like if you look at McCarthy, Penix, and Nix, they're the 30th to 60th ranked players. Why would you draft them top 10, top 15? It doesn't make sense. You're reaching.
Because you're desperate.
You're desperate, yeah.
No, also, I think it's the fact of the matter is too, like, too many fucking teams need a quarterback this year that it's like, it's almost inevitable that they're going to be taken in the first round. You know what I mean?
Half those people are going to be back in the same position 5 years from now when those rookie contracts are done.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the NFL nowadays, we need 3 quarterbacks, no matter what. So moving forward and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Better have 2. You better have 2 at least.
Yeah, better have 2. So AOC,
2 starters, 2 starting, 2 starters at least.
A starter, you want to have one.
A legit starter is somebody that has experience starting and winning games too.
And that's
a veteran, older veteran that can get shit done. And then you got your young guy.
Gotcha, Pete.
That's the way it should be.
So, so we'll answer this question real quick. Shout out Raider Pete, man. Shout out to the 95 in here, man. Thank you guys for pulling up. Question for the panel. We missed out on the top 3 quarterback. Would you be happy with DT Brian Murphy? Also best available cornerback, linebacker in the 2nd and 3rd round. Solidify that the deadly D. So
offensive line, bro.
So what do you ask about that?
Our offensive line, our right side of our offensive line, I've been saying it has been sucking for the last 5 years. When are we going to get that straight? Are we depending on this dude that was on injury reserve that we're saving? Like he's going to come out like a monster and just be all pro when we throw him in there at right tackle. He might not even make the squad.
Cool.
He might not even make the squad. This Walker kid.
The defense is good enough to win with the defense you have. You need to focus.
The guy we're saving.
I just think that I don't get me wrong. I do think we need to fix that right side of the line, and this is where I go at it with Gravy. But I just don't think that we're that bad at the offensive line where it's that much. I think that this is another draft where the offensive line is deep. You know what I mean? I still think that you're going to be able to get guys in the 2nd, 3rd round at guard or I know tackle is needed, but I just think that there's ways to fix this team still at the offensive line, which, going sometimes young isn't the solution either. Obviously, you gotta develop those guys too. You know what I mean? So having a developing rookie tackle and a developing rookie quarterback, I don't know if that's going to gel, but I think at that point you kind of have to go with maybe the veteran and Minshew. But I don't know, man. I'd rather go, stick with what we have right now. See if we could coach them up. You know what I mean? And maybe, but still addressing it in the draft. But not, I'm not saying in the first round. I think there's so many other, like, I don't know. I just think that there's
what is there other game? What are we saying? There's other needs. There's other needs.
The need that I'm talking about.
The other need is that we need a right side of offensive line. We've been saying that for the last 5 years.
Yeah. When is it going to get? Our biggest need besides quarterback is right tackle. Period.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. That's another need that I'm talking about.
Well, so if you look at the draft, there's 8 tackles in the top 30. That's how deep the tackle draft is this year. You literally have 12 to 15 tackles that are probably 1st or 2nd round grades. It's deep. It's deep. So
I wouldn't mind going tackle 44. Yeah. I'm just saying,
I wouldn't mind either. 13. And we'll get a really good tackle at that. So you have 10 tackles in the top 40 people. I mean that's how deep it is this year. So drafting a tackle, you don't have to draft a tackle top 10, top 15 to get a good tackle.
No, but for years I used to say you can't go wrong drafting a tackle. It's like a really safe pick.
True.
But then John Gruden drafted Alex Leatherwood and completely like shit my whole entire theory.
Why is that bad?
Yeah. After that, I was like, man, like, okay, I guess you're not safe drafting a tackle in the first round or offensive lineman in the first round. Like, I thought, like, you know, it's never going to be a sexy pick. You get offensive linemen. But I figured, you know, it's safe. They're not going to be bad. They'll like, you know, they're going to perform for you. But then, yeah, Alex Leatherwood, and yeah, you're right. Space Beast. Robert Gallery was another one.
True.
Even Colton Miller didn't have a very strong start to his career either.
No, he didn't.
He panned out, but it took him years. So I wouldn't really call that like a great first round pick either, even though in the long run it helped. But a first round pick, it should come in and like make an impact immediately.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little biased towards Leatherwood too, because I've always liked Leatherwood since his rookie year. I always thought he was gonna get. I thought since his rookie year he was gonna take over Luminor's spot. He never did, but you know what I mean. Towards the end of the year, I think I like the confidence that AP kind of showed him when you know, kind of. I know Colton Miller was still hurt, but he was ready. You know what I mean. He was suited up. He was ready to come in. He did come in that fourth quarter of that game. I remember, but you know, it was just. You know, even with that, he showed a little bit of confidence to Mumford, and I don't know. I maybe I'm a little bit biased towards Mumford, but that's why I'm saying if we could like even get a guard that's just, you know, that's just as good or something like that, maybe in the second, third round. That I don't know, man. Maybe it helps out as a whole with Mumford and James, because you know both of those guys sometimes, especially James. And it's good that I think the guy, the guard that we got, also has center experience, right?
Yeah,
guard. Yeah. So now somebody was saying that Parham won't actually have to come to center, but I didn't mind Parham at center. So if James perhaps goes down, whatever, now that'll be good. But as far as Leatherwood, I thought it was really, really dumb that we picked him up and put him on the right side. He was in his college. When he played college, he played left side, left guard, and it was kind of just out of place. And the whole Gruden and Mayock kind of idea, whatever or not, they put players that in certain places where they weren't supposed to be. Diablo, you've seen him struggle as a linebacker when he was a safety. You know what I mean? They were trying these different, let's do this and let's do that and see if they can adjust. You know what I mean? And I think that was kind of the downfall of Leatherwood. But see, if you look at Diablo, and we were talking about him the other day that, you know, should he get an extension or anything like that? That kind of player to have it going from a safety position to a linebacker, you have to put on weight, have to figure out different angles to actually get better tackles. And his tackling, even though he had 106, where a lot of them were from behind. So that's where it's like it's kind of bad to mess around with that. You keep a player that you need. So if we're going to go right tackle, you go fucking right tackle. Don't try to play with it. And I don't think Telesco is that kind of guy. You know what I mean? I don't think he goes off of who he likes, you know what I mean, or what we could possibly do. So, you know what I mean? So there's that. And that's why I'm kind of comfortable, but I still want to say
the problem, though. Most tackles that are rated in the top, you know, first, second rounds are all left tackles. They're not right tackles. They're left tackles. That's why they're rated that high, because they can pass block. So the blind side. So most likely, if you draft a tackle, they're going to put him on the right side. They're not going to let Miller switch. So, you know, all the tackles in the second, third round, Morgan, like out of Arizona, the guy out of Houston, they're all left tackles. So it's whoever you're going to draft is going to have to move over to the right.
Your right tackles, your right tackle and your right guard, or your swing with Fuega, he is just right side.
Yeah.
So that
he's one of the few that's rated that high. Yeah.
Yeah, and LC Lathan is another one, right side guy, but. At 13, if they're there, one of those guys, right side guys are there. You have to get them.
I would take him. And
you have to.
Whitehair is going to beat out whoever's there. He's a 10-year starter. He's average. You know, he got beat out this year by a guy that was bigger.
He got benched last year. Getsy benched him last year.
Yeah, because he got beat out by a guy that was younger. I mean, that's all that happened. But with us, there's nobody to beat him out. You know, only one person to beat him out is Munford, and that's iffy, you know. Mumford could have beat out Illuminor, and Illuminor was fucking ass last year. Like, what do you?
Mumford did. Listen, I'll give Mumford props when Colt Miller was down. Illuminor went to the left side, and Mumford did his thing. You know what I mean? As far as him being built up, but see, I'm kind of a little little like skeptical.
He needs to get better footwork.
Yeah. I'm a little skeptical on getting a rookie and slapping him into that guard position with Munford right there too. You know what I mean? Now, if it was opposite, if Parham came to the right-hand side and then we got somebody to actually go over there with the left-hand side, but you need your stronger guys on the left-hand side to protect anyways.
Yeah.
Now, you would
like 6'8" though. He's a big dude.
He's a big.
Mumford,
he can't play guard. He's too slow.
Mumford too big to play guard, bro.
No. I apologize. Parham. If you brought Parham over and then use have White go over there with Colt Miller on the left side, because he's the left guard anyways. And a lot of people, if you look at the tape, he's the left guard. He plays left guard. You never see him on the right hand side. So that means Parham might actually have to come over to guard, and then so you're gonna see. So it'll be Milford, right guard. So he might have to come over right guard. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be that big of a transition for him because him playing center, he's right-handed. So,
easy solution, Lo. Easy solution. Draft a right guard at 13. You want to switch everybody? Just draft a right guard, bro.
But really think about it. I hear what you're saying, but then you're gonna have to have him develop. And Kukui was saying too the same thing. Colt Miller wasn't the Colt Miller that we know now. You know what I mean? So
we thought he was going to be a bust for a while.
Yeah, but guards don't get picked in the top in the first round.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Besides the dude from Notre Dame, that was
Zach Martin.
I always forget his name. Because remember Gruden wanted him and he got drafted, and he drafted Miller. That's what happened.
Right.
Yeah,
Nelson. There it is. Yeah, I remember. But
so I'm just saying if you get that rookie. And you know what I mean? I would rather have Parham, on the right-hand side as guard and then helping Munford out. Let Munford develop because he still has to develop. And then you got Andre James, which is our center, and then, obviously White, and then whoever we get as a guard, we can have them as swing guard, let them develop also, and then wherever he needs to go for injuries or whatever, not barring, you know what I mean? Then White, because he's slow, he's a little bit slower, he's a little bit older, so that left side will be a little bit more veteran presence. So you know what I mean. Miller will be able to help him out a little bit.
They re-signed Meredith this week too, no?
Did they?
Or last week? Meredith?
I think it was last week.
He plays right guard, but he's back up. Everybody that's on TV is saying this. Boega's there at 13. The Raiders should get him because everybody is saying
the true right tackle.
Is a median starter. Immediately, he's going to be starting for you.
And with the first round pick, that's what you need, an immediate starter, somebody who's going to make an impact, not a project. We've gone through so many projects that
even Terry Wilson.
And here's the thing. So say we draft Penix at 13. You think he's going to beat out Minshew off the bat? No, I don't think so. I don't even think AOC is going to beat out Minshew this year. I
don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
And this is what I was telling people, he's been with the team for a year. I'm like, we got a new offensive coordinator. You're both coming in fresh. And Minshew has years of more experience and has actually been more successful than AOC has. Even his rookie year, Minshew was more successful.
He AOC last year.
And he beat us. Yeah.
Facts, yeah.
You can say that, Josh. On your show, you can say that, probably don't get no shit. But if I say something like that, he only played 9 games. He had a dumb shit for an offensive coordinator. He needs to develop, this. I'm like, no, man, it ain't gonna work.
So I saw
if you played that much ball, you played 8 years of college football, and you come up to the NFL and all of a sudden you don't know shit. I don't understand.
He's not mobile enough for today's game. I'm sorry.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And this thing. So one of the fun stats that PFF threw out there. Wait, who owns it? Collinsworth, right? Or is that Stat News?
Chris Collinsworth.
Chris Collinsworth, the worst fucking commentator in life. Him and Joe Buck both need to stop commentating.
I hate them both.
So in air yards, one of the things that was pointed out in air yards with Adams had the second or third most wasted in air yards, which means AOC was under or overthrowing him. So he wasn't hitting his targets. He was throwing one of the most inaccurate balls in the NFL. It's just, he's not going to develop. He's going to be a fringe starter backup. He's already 25 years old. We like the kid, but come on. He's a 4th round pick for a reason. He's immobile. He's a statue back there. Like, just move on.
Perfect Josh McDaniels quarterback.
Yeah,
perfect Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, we
get sucked into these garbage players because we haven't had anything that was good. That's our problem.
He could be somebody that could come off the bench, like if somebody gets nicked up to change the pace for a game or two because somebody got maybe like, because they sit a quarterback out if it takes a big hit nowadays or stuff like that. Like he'll be good for that, but as far as being a franchise guy, dog, he ain't gonna be that. You know what I mean? That's why I keep telling people I don't know who hasn't seen enough, but I think I have. I don't know.
He said AOC change of pace. AOC's a change of pace. He gonna go real.
That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna go from top speed to super slow. Like
snail slow. That's what I'm saying.
This is what's funny. You know how I always point this out? You know how fast AOC's 40-yard dash was? He ran like a 4.6. Like he up and down, he's fast. This motherfucker can't move left or right. Like he just falls over himself. Like
we've seen his combine. He ran a 4.95.
Who?
AOC.
At the combine, he did, yeah. And pro day, he ran like a 4.65 or some shit like that.
Like, those are. They got like a whole stopwatch, and they're just like start.
He ran 36 yards.
We were talking about Rattler running a 4.96 and saying he was worse.
Nah, but
you don't need to put drafting quarterbacks in the 3rd and 4th round. It's a fucking waste of a pick, man.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
It's a waste. You're taking a chance on somebody that.
If we do that, Josh, we gotta get the kid from Florida State. And we do that.
That's a waste too. It's all waste.
So
I'll go with Mitchell then. That's what I want to do. I want to go with Mitchell.
Might as well give the pick away to the Chargers or the Chiefs or somebody because it's a waste. You're flushing it down the toilet. You're just taking a shit on it. It's a waste. Don't draft a developmental quarterback. Like what you're getting out of these kids. Like even look at Brock Purdy. He is the #1 game manager in the NFL. Has one of the best rosters. Can't win with him. Can't. He doesn't change the game. There's only a handful of quarterbacks that can actually change the game unless you have an all-star roster around them. And it's just, I hate it every year when we draft these 3rd, 4th, 5th round quarterbacks. Like, they're going to be it. It's like, no, they're not. There's like a 90% chance that they're going to
It's like
draft our needs.
Video game.
Raider Nation falls in love with them. They fall in love with this 5th, 6th round pick. And buying his jersey and shit, wasting your money. You better hope he's another number 4. You can recycle the number 4 3 times in 3 years.
So, Space B says right here, he says, Guyton at right tackle, Peyton Wilson linebacker, Fuaga right tackle, or QB or trade.
I like
Fuaga.
If Fuaga's there, you gotta take him. Like you have to. Like, if he falls to us in our laps, you take him, and you got a 5th-year option on him. You're gonna have a low cost right tackle that's probably gonna be almost Pro Bowl caliber. He should be,
Yeah, we were talking about this. Shout out Top Beats, man. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, we were talking about this earlier. Penix, I don't think I've been out on Penix for a minute. I think we're all kind of in the same boat, especially at 13.
I like him.
I'm not saying I don't like him, but like if we can get him like in the 4th round, I'll be down. But
4th round, damn.
I
think we're gonna be surprised.
Yeah, that's why I said 4th round. I said 4th round.
If you're done with Michael Penix, that's nowhere to be heard from, bro. He's gone. He's
undrafted. Undrafted. We'll go undrafted.
Wow. I'm saying it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. But I mean,
I've come to the point where like, just don't do like. I think Penix would be like, okay, like I'd like to see how he works out or whatever. But like, I'm just tired of them drafting players that aren't even projected to go in that round. Like, just make a decent pick. I don't want to like, I don't want to have to turn off the TV and be like, God damn it, like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, the year that they drafted Alex Leatherwood, one of my coworkers, a huge Raider fan, I'm like leaving for work to go watch the draft. He goes, who we got? I go, I don't know. I go, definitely some offensive lineman that nobody has going in the 1st round. So I can't even give you a name because like nobody knows who he is. He texted me. He's like, you called it. And I was like, that's typical Raider behavior.
Yep.
Yeah. You need to get away from that.
It was.
Yeah.
That was Tom Cable. Tom Cable.
I like his competitiveness, man.
Tom Cable. That was Tom Cable's pick. That's what they were.
He fell in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, he's not my first pick, and then we wouldn't be able to get him over, you know what I mean, over the other two guys either. But as far as like when you go back down to like your fourth, fifth quarterbacks, he would probably lead that category. You know what I mean? Just because I don't like Penix's, I don't like Bo Nix's attitude. That dude just, even his last shit, like just saying that he left the SEC because there was too much pressure over there. I don't like that type of talk.
He was getting tired of Nick Saban beating his ass every year, so he's like, I gotta leave here. Fuck this. Yeah. I'm out.
You're not my dad.
That's why I would say, like, even if we were to be able to trade back and get him at maybe in the late 20s, could we trade back in the first round? I wouldn't be mad at it. 13, I know some people would say is a reach. He might be the only guy available at that point. That's the only reason I say we might take him at 13. But yeah, man, it's going to be tough if Fuaga and him are there. I'm just saying that that's going to be a tough
quarterback. Is going to drop. Just mark my words. One of them is going to drop. They're going to drop to the bottom of the first or the second that we thought was going to go top 10, 15. And somebody's going to nab them and think they stole the day. And again, in 4 years, they're going to be a backup.
That's going to be another Mac Jones.
So Josh, do we move back up in this first round maybe to get?
No, if Fuga's there, take him. 1,000%. Take him or Latham at right tackle if they're there. Like that's what we need. What draft our needs.
But do we move up in a second? We move up back into the first. We've talked about that too.
Yeah, we did talk about
that. Use it maybe a third or the second round.
Like if one of those quarterbacks that you're saying. Like what if those quarterbacks?
Let's say Penix or Nix falls in the second. It depends if you want to solidify a cornerback or linebacker at that position, or if you want to take a chance on a quarterback. I've
been on linebacker all offseason too. Like I want to solidify that position.
We always get that thing. So the big story this year was on Luke Matterson. He's one of the worst.
Get him out.
He's one of the worst rated linebackers in NFL PFF. He gets tackles and can't do anything else. Can't cover. Can't rush the pass. Is out of position for a lot of plays. But he was like, he has that Antonio Pierce undrafted free agent, swagger. No, he fucking sucks. Like he's the worst starting linebacker in the NFL. Replace him. That is our weak. Yeah, that is our weak link on our defense right there. That's him.
Yeah,
is Matterson. So we get rid of him, makes our defense better. We already solidify our defensive line. We're pretty good on cornerbacks. I think Bennett's going to take a jump. We have two really good safeties. Not good, but they're above average. They're gamers. That's our weak spot as linebacker.
Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
I want him. Just because his dad. Just because his dad, I want him. And he's probably a second or third round pick.
He's always mocked to us. Every mock draft I do, Jeremiah Trotter, boom, right there.
So I got a question for everybody. I mean, having Telesco here and having AP, because they look like they're two opposite sides of the coin, yin and yang, if you will. So, and looking at Telesco's kind of history, he finds good diamonds in the rough, undrafted guys, whatnot. I was thinking Ziegler was going to do the same thing because you got to really, really look at something that overall is that like our head coach was an undrafted guy. You know what I mean? Head coach was an undrafted guy. There's a couple players that he had picked up that were undrafted, undrafted free agents. I think personally, Telesco doesn't really budge. He stays pretty safe and solid. Do you guys kind of feel the same, or what is your overall synopsis of these guys and how they're going to work together? Because it seems like if it was up to AP, he'd go get Jaden, but because Telesco's like no, and if he had Champ Kelly here, he'd be like, fuck it, let's go. I think if Champ Kelly would have stayed, I think we would have got Justin Fields.
Champ Kelly's still here.
Yeah, Champ Kelly's still there.
Champ Kelly's still here.
Yeah, but he's not in charge.
Oh,
he does have
I know he's still here, but he's learning. You know what I mean? Because he got kind of thrown into the position. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So what do you guys think about it? Like, what do you guys think about this whole tandem and what do you think they're actually gonna do?
Well, hopefully, because we don't know the specifics. I hope Tom Telesco the GM has control, because in the past, you've given Gruden and you've given McDumbass way too much power.
Right.
Like, hire a GM. I've been saying it for years. Hire a GM. Let the GM. Let the coach. Of course, you want the coach to have some input on the players, but at the end of the day, you need the GM to be the one making these decisions.
Yeah. When coaches draft, it usually doesn't go well. Even with Belichick was not good at drafting quarterbacks and wide receivers. Yeah, and he couldn't draft. He could coach the hell out of people.
But it's cool to give suggestions. I think they're gonna give the suggestions all day long, of course. But I think at the end of the day, that's why they got an experienced guy back there. You know what I mean? I like Telesco because I think that was kind of our problem in these last, 10, 15 years type shit. We would keep getting guys that, first time on the job as GM or, off of TV and shit like that. So we finally got some guy with a lot of experience, with experience with the Colts, as a scout, the lead scout over there too, and then being with the Chargers for so many years, took in a lot of great players, man. I mean, I know it never panned out with them because it's just the Chargers doing Charger things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Exactly. But it's just like I wouldn't put it on the players that he picked. You know what I mean? So it's like I believe in the players that he's gonna pick, and I've been talking about this all off season. Our coaches, I think that we have in the building, I believe in the development now. Like I think that's where a lot of our problems were too. Like we might have had a good guy in the front or whatever like that, but always bringing in their own guys or whatever. But I like these guys because every guy you see that's like a positional coach or anything like that either has experience either playing in the NFL or you got guys like Rob Leonard, you know what I mean, who's shows just as much as intensity as the fucking the defensive lineman like Max. You had him on his show, you know what I mean, talking about, I mean, I just like our coaching staff, and I think they're going to be able to coach guys up. Now, that's why I have confidence in Bennett even kind of maybe stepping up this year. You know what I mean? I know he shitted the bed last year, you know what I mean? Because I was one of the guys that got on him the worst, you know what I mean, for his effort, you know what I mean? But I think what's his name had a lot to do with that, being his mentor, you know what I mean? We had who was his mentor last year? The Gravy, you know his name, Gravy. I think it's Marcus Peters. Yeah, that's what I say. It's just like
El Matador himself.
I have a feeling these guys are going to be better now. Like
we thought that when we got Marcus Peters, I was hearing he's a dog. He's going to be good for the locker room and this. And Marcus Peters never done that. His whole career in the NFL, he's never been that type guy. He's always been a me guy, starting fights, getting in fights in the sideline, getting penalties. I knew it was going to happen. Never been a tackler, and we got what we. And I think this guidance in that room, and Bennett absorbed it and started playing just like the guy, not hustling, not getting the tackles, not opening his hips when he was covering. It wasn't totally different guys from when Bennett was in college and the way he moved when he came to the NFL. Yeah, and it wasn't it wasn't because receivers and stuff like that. That's part of it. But as far as his practice, he probably didn't practice well because Peters never did. And then he just was a clone of that guy. He needs to get out of it. Ricky Manning Jr. is a very good coach. He'll get that out of him quick.
I like it.
Real quick.
Yep.
So I think I expect a lot from Bennett. That's why I'm not so high at getting a cornerback high.
Yeah. I don't think we'll get a corner. I like tackle. We're good at cornerback and linebacker. If Trotter's there and a second's kind of a reach for him. Yeah. In the third round, if he's there on our third round pick, or even maybe trade up in the late second to grab him, because there's one first round graded linebacker this year in the draft. They're all going to be second and third round picks.
Yeah.
I think it's just because there's so much receivers and quarterbacks and tackles. I think that's the problem.
There's no defensive lineman really besides the two,
Murphy,
the one dude from Texas and the guy. Oh God, what's his name? one from the small school. But yeah, the linebacker was shooting thin, so I can see them trading up for a linebacker, maybe in the late second, early third, if it's there for Trotter. But that's just one of our positions. We need tackle, we need linebackers. I think our quarterback, good, for now. But
I do think that we kind of have to it's not a necessity, but I wouldn't mind hitting receiver late.
Yeah.
Late in the draft, you know what I mean? Try to go somebody with some size or something like that, you know what I mean? Because I like somebody that's gonna be able to allow Jacoby to if Trey Tucker cannot be that guy on the outside, you know what I mean? We're gonna need somebody to allow Jacoby to play what he's meant to do. Like Jacoby in the slot is monster, dog. If they're able to play Jacoby in the slot and have an actually guy that's playing number 2, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm hoping it's Trey, but that's why I'm saying I wouldn't mind going quarterback. I mean, receiver kind of late, maybe to push, Trey or something like that, because I think it's going to be important, because I think that's where it's best suited for Jacoby, dog, to be playing in the slot, because I think he'll help whatever quarterback's back there playing in the slot, and especially because you got DA on the other side.
Yeah, and with better quarterback play, Adams is going to have 1,300 yards. Jacoby should have 600 to 700, and people forget we have Meyer. He's doing good. He did good at the end of last year. It took him a while to come on. I was like, that's the still the draft right here. We got this big bruiser tight end who can catch. So, but the same as next year, we're gonna be a run heavy team. That's just what we are. That's what we need to be.
I'm glad you said
a running back first round.
That's why we need to get a running back in the third round. We get
I was just about to ask that.
I thought Mattinson. So if you ever look at Mattinson, you're like, man, this guy's a fucking bruiser. I'm bigger than he is. He's tiny. He's not big. I stood next to him and I leaned over in my photo. I'm like, this fucker ain't 6 feet tall. There's no way.
I'm just more banking more on Zamir. Hopefully he could keep it rolling.
I think he's great. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as running backs are concerned, Baker, do you see anybody in the draft that you like? Because Matson, I'm cool. He's a little bit smaller for me. I was looking Benson. You know what I mean? That's the guy that I think I'm saying the right guy. That was the one that I seen. I was like, okay, this guy's a big fucking guy, and he can do something. Do you see anybody in the draft that we could possibly get?
I don't know specifically.
I like the dude from Notre Dame. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh yeah,
Estime.
Yeah.
I like the dude from Wisconsin, Allen.
Okay.
That dude.
You talking about a big dude? You got Tyrone Wheatley right there, rookie Tyrone Wheatley right there.
Big and fast though. No, this guy is fast too. 4.38 or something like that.
Yeah, there's only a few running backs that ran fast, but it sounds really weird. This is something I was like, what the hell? Most of the running backs ran a 4.5 or 4.6 this year. They're just bruisers. There's not that many scat backs. There's power backs this year. So they don't have that breakaway speed. So a lot of them are falling in the draft, but they're probably still going to be quality running backs.
Josh Jacobs didn't have that speed.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs ran like a 4.65 or something. He never had breakaway speed.
You get a Chain Weaver, then you got Zamir White.
Yeah.
I just think you could take one of those guys really late. Those guys are gonna be
third
second, third day. Those guys are gonna be second, third day for sure. You know what I mean? Second, third day. Guys.
I wouldn't even take a third round. I would take a 4th or 5th round pick on a running back.
Running back?
Yeah, 4th, 5th round.
Zamir White. He was
Yeah, I think you could get one in the 4th round.
Yeah. The guy from Clemson is probably is 4th to 6th round pick. So that's and he's one of the better ones.
Shipley?
Oh, Shipley from Clemson is
well, you just said the running back from Clemson.
Sorry, Wisconsin. Guy from
Irving.
That's Braylon Allen. That's Braylon Allen.
Yeah, Braylon Allen.
Allen's good too.
That guy's a monster.
Bucky
Irving, Tennessee has a guy, right? That guy, I think it's DJ Wright or something like that.
They all ran slow 40, so they dropped. The guy from Notre Dame ran like a 4.7, which was nuts. He was so slow. That's why he dropped. But I think Corum's overrated.
I just think there's gonna be a lot of running backs chosen. I think they're gonna make a run on them maybe 4th, 5th round. That's when what teams are gonna start making runs on running backs.
Yeah,
and that's salary cap wise, that's a good spot to draft a running back too.
Yeah, of course. I think some guys will probably be taken earlier, like maybe like a Trey Benson, maybe like a Braylon Allen. But other than that, I think most of the guys are gonna be like taken in the 4th, 5th round.
Yeah.
All 5'7", Blake Corum, bro. 5'6", 5'7", Blake Corum.
Everybody was talking about Corum too. Like,
I think Brooks is the only 2nd round running back in the draft this year. I think everybody else is after.
Oh yeah. I met him too. Yeah. I forgot about him. But
I think Brooks goes in the 2nd round.
You know, Blake Corum in the combine, he put up like 5 or 6 more fucking reps than Joel in the 225.
Well, yeah, he's fucking 5'6". Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, Joel had the least. I think Joel had the least amount for all the linemen.
But the bench press is
27,
overrated, man.
27 reps.
It's all technique with your base anyway.
Yeah.
27 reps, 225. Can you do that, Josh?
No.
He just needs a special
2 shoulder surgeries.
He just needs to go to the bathroom and take a special
you want to draft
injection.
at 13. Michael Penix.
He takes the special injections. He said
He has to go to the bathroom, take a special injection. He can do it.
I put it in the diabetes.
Yeah, I would start going like this. Though.
Vitamin booster.
Right.
I can't make it. I can't do it. I just came for the interviews. That's it.
It's
came for the interview.
it's cool, man. That we're what? I think it's 8 days away now. About 8 days, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there. 1 week and 2 days.
I'm looking
That's
forward.
We didn't even let
9 days.
Baker Raider talk about the running backs. We didn't even let her do that. We all jumped on it. What do you think, there, man?
No, that's okay. I just think. I mean, I'm thinking about because you got the question about Telesco, like drafting. I think I'm thinking more like bigger picture. Like we have to think about our division, right? So how do we? I mean, everyone is drafting to beat Mahomes because that's just where we are. But we have to also beat Herbert, and then the Broncos. Like, I mean, I don't really know what's going on with them, but we can't lose to them because we have a streak. So I like the running back. I don't have a particular running back in mind, but I like giving Zamir White someone to. Josh made the point earlier that Zamir White needs to get regular reps to not fumble and kind of, make mistakes. But he also is going to wear down by the end of the season. So we need someone else to come in and continue the run-heavy game.
Change the pace back.
Yeah, we keep the offense on the field, so our defense gets rest, because that was a problem. And we also make sure Mahomes doesn't get on the field. So I think that's
what do you guys think about McCormick? You know who that is or no?
What is
I'm a fan now.
Sincerely?
You met the dude, so now you're all cool with the McCormick.
Yeah.
But I bet you there's a shitload of lies of you talking stuff on him.
So sincere went to the same college as my brother. That's how I know who he is. So yeah, but I saw him. I'm like, hey, I know who you are. Yeah, my brother went to UTSA, and so I was like, I know who you are, man.
Oh, yeah.
And
Roadrunners.
And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, my brother went to the same college as you. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, we used to go to games. Like, I know who you are. But, same thing. Like, so at a small school, like, he was lights out. Super explosive, things like that. But same thing. He's a little guy. He's probably 5'7".
He's still on the roster, right? Him and
he's practice squad. Yeah.
They let go of Britton Brown. Did they pick him back up?
They got Abdullah back, which I don't understand.
Special teams. I think his more special teams.
Right. We went through his contract. He's probably he could potentially get cut, and it's not a big loss. But
I just think he'll be needed on special teams just because he's a good gunner, like type of shit like that. Like he might be needed for that new kickoff role too, because you know what I mean. Just use him in back there.
So. I mean, talking about the running game, if you really look at it, the way Gardner Minshew plays, if you look at the Colts play calls, whatever or not, they played a lot of RPO. So that's going to help out in, like, say, who who we just talking about, number 22, Abdullah. That's going to help out because if Abdullah comes in, then you know that he's just going to be running out the backfield trying to catch a pass. Yeah. So, but then also with Zamir White playing that, if we run the RPO, that's going to be a little bit better if we don't get no good running backs in there. And that'll also help out to back off the linemen, and linebackers, you know what I mean, instead of just straight coming in. So that'll give us a little bit of play because of our quarterback play if he starts. But if not, if you look at Getsy, the way Getsy wants to play, he wants to run the ball. But his quarterback was put up more of the yards than his running back did the second year. So we got to kind of like really start focusing on like trying to see what running backs we're going to get. Now with Telesco, I know that he can turn around and find undrafted guys. He found one of Grady's guys that he likes a lot is Eckler. You know what I mean? So I'm for us to, in order for us to actually be in the running game, we have to have more than what we have already there.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dudes late. I'm telling you, like that dude. I'm telling you, like there's that guy Bucky Irving from Oregon. There's the dude from I like Dylan Johnson from Washington. There's the dude from USC, Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd. I think it's there's a lot of running backs that they're gonna be able to be taken late that are still they're gonna be effective in this league, dog. Jalen Wright, Tennessee. It's just I just think you can take guys late.
That's like getting another Zamir. Trey Benson and the other four guys, the one from Tennessee, Wright, Allen, those guys are Josh Jacobs type runners. Josh Jacobs was way better. Josh Jacobs was way better than Zamir White. Way better. And then we go through this situation to where, we trust Zamir, then we're going to see and we're going to be upset and we're going to blame it on the offensive line. And then when it's Zamir White doing it. Because
I think we're talking about taking a running back, but just not high, just late. Help out Zamir.
That's not getting another Zamir White. That's not getting another Zamir White to me.
No. You need
Zamir White is good enough. You get another Zamir White, and you got a good enough.
That's perfect.
I thought he was more consistent, honestly.
Get someone better. Get a Josh Jacobs.
Are we playing money ball here?
I just think if you want to go a guy like that, you're gonna miss out on a guy like fixing a more needy position like a linebacker in like a guy like that, or if they don't go first round quarterback and they want to go at that point, would you rather fix in the second round running back or you rather fix the line at that point? That's what I'm saying. Like I think it's more there's other needy positions high that running back is so kind of like backloaded that you could kind of take one of those late and still not have that much of a drop off. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like there's very few running backs like in the last 10 years that I'd say were worth a first round pick.
Yeah.
A good amount were second round picks, but like personally, I think Josh Jacobs shouldn't have been a first round pick. I thought he was a second round pick. But like you pick up like good enough running backs in the third and fourth round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what most guys are picked nowadays.
I throw this out every time. The last running back to make the Pro Bowl for a super winning team was fucking Marshawn Lynch. It doesn't happen anymore. It's running back because you can save a shit ton of money paying some rookie $800,000 and spend that money elsewhere. $10 million on running back don't win shit anymore.
Nah,
I'd rather go late. I'd rather go like somebody like that, dog. Like if we can do it, and who knows? They're even talking about some of these running backs even falling further than that. You know what I mean? So if it's third, fourth round and Trey Benson's there, shit, for sure I'll take him.
The disrespect for the running back position, you got.
Hey, it's just the world we live in.
It's the way the NFL shaped it now. Like,
yeah, it's the world we live in now.
It's not needed anymore. That's the problem.
I hate it because I love that position. But
what if we had a Bijan Robinson and what if we had Bijan Robinson or Gibbs on our squad? You don't even hear about Zamir White.
Who?
Of course, but that's a different story.
First round picks.
Yeah.
There's
not a first round running back pick in this draft.
Hey, but for a while last year, Bijan Robinson lost his job to Algier.
Yeah.
For a big part
until he got it back.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's just I just think it's there's other places like fixing the offensive line, fixing linebacker, For sure quarterback. You know what I mean? And those are some of the. I think that should be in some way order. That should be first, second, and third. Round kind of. Preferably my order is quarterback, then possibly the I would say offensive line just to appease gravy. You know what I mean? But then I would go linebacker.
That comment right there, number one right there. We have no fucking home run hitters on our team. Name a guy that's going to hit a home run every time. We don't have one.
That's what I told. That's why I say get Benson. That's what I'm saying. Get these guys high. They're right there.
Pick? Nah.
Well, at wide receiver also.
Yeah, we have Trey Tucker.
As much
did pretty well
deep threat as it used to be. We don't have a deep threat. Really.
I was talking about like earlier in the offseason when this kind of question I posed it to them is like if you had Fuaga and you had a Dunze, and it was just a hypothetical at 13, who do you take?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Fuaga. We don't need a receiver, right? We need speed.
Damn, man. DA's 30, about to be 33, and if you could get a guy like that, damn.
You can address that in the 4th round, Gabe, just like you can running back.
Not that. No, receivers and running backs ain't the same.
Nah, yeah, receivers are getting way more money, so it's like you could go in free agency and pluck like a top running back. Wide receiver. You could pluck a top running back in free agency, and it's like what Josh Jacobs got like $14 million. Like you don't want to spend that much money on a running back, but if you wanted to, you could. If you wanted to pluck a top wide receiver, what are you paying? Like $30 million?
30 easy.
Yeah, double.
Yeah.
Like that's I would go with Dunze. Like I said that earlier, people fucking kind of got on me.
We don't need a quarterback. We can just sign Dak Prescott next year and we'll be set, right?
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I want to call you
say the black Kirk Cousins. I say the black Derek Carr, but I think it's a disrespect. I think it's a disrespect to Kirk Cousins because I want to meet. I swear to God, I want to meet Kirk Cousins' fucking agent. That motherfucker can provide miracles, bro. He can turn water into wine, bro. I don't know how.
Scott Boras? Is it Scott Boras? Because Scott Boras. Because I don't know, man.
I need to meet that guy. I need to find out how he does his job. I need to learn what he does.
Kirk Cousins is the top 5 ever paid player in the NFL history.
Yeah,
for real. Yeah,
in history.
Hey, but you know what's crazy though? He always betted on himself though, so I'll give it to him for that. He always took those 1-year deals that were worth a lot, but he never had no security on it. But it was
when you got salary cap or when you got a franchise, what was he getting? Like 40-something million?
Yes, it was just he was taking them, but
for not doing nothing, for not doing anything.
You like that?
You like that? No. Teams don't.
He likes that shit.
We're starting off hot, then losing in the first round to a wild card.
I just saw the latest mock draft that JJ McCarthy is going to go to the Vikings now.
Because they're going to trade their first. They're going to trade their first two.
The Vikings are definitely going to make a move.
Yeah,
they need a quarterback because Jefferson. They got to get somebody to get Jefferson the ball too.
So shout out Space Beast. He put up $1.99 up and stuff like that. He said put my last post up. He said if you want to score 30 points in a game, grab Leggett at 44 and Jalen Wright at 77. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who those are. Who those guys are.
I know who Jalen Wright is. Jalen Wright is Tennessee's running back, but who's Leggett?
Right.
Leggett is
that's the wide receiver from South Carolina. Stupid fucking Stupid fast. There's a lot of speed in wide receiver this year. Like you have a lot of guys running 4.3s, 4.4s, like up and down.
Oh yeah.
Hey D-Mokes, I was saying that Dak Prescott is a black Derek Carr. So
but I just think I hope Trey Tucker can be that speed guy.
The white Dak Prescott, then
the white Dak. Yeah, there you go.
He's Dak Prescott in whiteface. How about that?
There you go.
He's just too light skinned. He's light skinned.
He's too light skinned.
He's lunatic. He's lunatic light skinned. Lunatic light skinned.
Like that, bro.
Jewelry.
Light, hey, no, Lou's a little darker. Lou's a lot darker.
He's gonna get pissed at me. He's like, "You say I look like that?"
Hey, are we all excited to see Derek Carr lose to all 32 teams next year? I mean, I know I am.
Yes, I
Are we
can't wait.
It's gonna be us.
He deserves it. He deserves it, Josh.
He earned it.
It should have been done a long time ago.
I mean, everybody said he was going to be in the history books, so this is it right there. It's his time. It's his time to shine.
It's time to shine.
Don't ruin it. Hey, do you think he'll make it to it?
Oh,
that is a good question. That is a good question. He might just,
if we don't play early, if we play late,
the Panthers.
If we play late, I don't know if he makes it to the game. He might get benched by then.
Talking shit about Derek Carr. I still like if I see him, I'm gonna want his autograph, bro. Like he's, regardless. Like no bullshit.
All the people that like him blocked me, so I can't piss him off anymore. So if I take a picture,
when Josh talks about it, like it doesn't have the same effect it used to.
I don't think I'm asking him for an autograph, dog.
I would ask him for an autograph, bro.
I'll sell it to a fucking Saints fan, dude. He just
there you go. Maybe that.
He got his autograph when he was at Bakersfield.
Yeah, he went to Fresno State. He didn't grow up in Fresno. It's different.
He's from Bakersfield. He's not from Fresno.
Yeah.
He went to Fresno State.
Mm-hmm. He rests Fresno.
I pointed this out.
We don't claim that food, bro. We don't claim that
one
food.
Quarterback from Bakersfield is Jordan Love. Has one playoff.
Jordan Love.
Yeah, Jordan Love. Yeah, that's right.
Shit.
Didn't Josh Allen go to his camp too? Josh Allen went to Derek Carr's camp, and
so funny story. So Josh Allen's parents went to Fresno State. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen wanted to be a walk-on at Fresno State, and Fresno State said no, we're good at quarterback, so he went to Wyoming. Fresno State turned him down. Yeah.
Wow.
Josh Allen's both of his parents are alumni at Fresno State.
Wi-Fi Lowy, fucking bigs.
Go Bulldogs! First game of the season against mighty Michigan. Michigan. Did you know that, Josh?
What?
Fresno State plays Fresno State's first game of the season next year is against Michigan.
Oh, fuck, in Michigan? They're getting paid, what, $5 million probably to go there and get their asses kicked?
Oh, God.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's a two-up game right there.
We'll make the stadium bigger with that $5 million right there.
Josh, ask a question for you guys, too. Like, if you guys had the opportunity to trade, of course, it's going to take draft picks, but also it's going to take the premium to trade for Josh Allen. Would you want him in Vegas?
Hell yeah.
He's not a winner. He's a turnover machine. You can't win games like that.
Not that. The amount of money that you're gonna have to pay him, you're not gonna be able to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The premium.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the premium.
Like you're gonna give up draft picks, so you're not gonna be able to draft anybody, and then you're gonna have to pay probably $60 million
a year.
You're not gonna be able to build through the draft because you gave up everything to get him, and then you're not gonna be able to build through free agency because you're paying him. You might not even be able to keep some of your players. So I'd say no.
Oh, and everybody's a free. I think all our secondary is free agents next year.
Yeah.
Plus our linebackers, like Diablo and Spillane. So there's a lot of free agents next year.
I think Hobbs will get a decent contract. So will Morig. I think Epps will be gone. Bennett will have, and it just depends how Jack Jones does to see what kind of contract he's going to get. So I don't think it's going to be super expensive to sign some of these players, but we have so much shitty cap space coming off. We're going to be okay with our defense. We got a good 3 years with our defense. We got 3 years.
So okay, but that was a good.
Spallane's a no-brainer. I think they re-sign him, and I think he waits. I think he just because he knows that he's going to be taken care of. I think Spillane knows. I think he'll be re-signed. Diablo, I think, is on a prove-it deal. I think that dude is the.
I think Spillane's going to prove a year too. I think Spillane's going to fall off a cliff. To be honest, he's not going to have.
Don't talk about him. Don't talk about him with Gabe right here. Look at his face right there. He said he went like that.
No, I like Spillane, man. I like Spillane.
No, I love him too. The guy's a gamer, but the thing is, your talent takes you so far. And he's 28 years old. He's going to be 29 next year, and then 30 years after that.
Drafted guy.
Then you're done. That's it. You got him for 2 years.
2 years.
You got 2 years.
I wouldn't put it past that either because of course, his age and that, but I'm saying for the next 2 years, I think he's going to be pretty solid. Yeah. I would say though that we do need to address. That's why I'm saying I don't disagree with we do need to address that linebacking position because Diablo's on a proven deal. And then even if you do sign Spillane for a year or two, you know what I mean? You still got Masterson on the other side who, like you said, is fucking non-existent. Like, it's just, you know, that's why they even played Hobbs a lot of that, you know, nickel type of, you know, linebacking position last year. You know,
and what happened last year? We got ran over with one of the worst run defenses in the NFL.
So it's like you have to get somebody to kind of like, you have to get somebody at linebacker. Like for me, I've been on that kind of all off season.
So my question is, and I'm kind of glad we kind of got into it, kind of just flowed into it, because another question was, we haven't really been talking about defense. A lot of the podcast, a lot of us have been focusing more along the lines of like quarterback, you know what I mean, offensive lineman. We're looking at it, but with the addition of Christian Wilkinson, right? Wilkinson?
Yeah.
Okay. With him, and then with like Tyree, even don't hit me, Gravy. Tyree going into a second year, and most of the time, first rounders going into the second year, they actually develop, you know, pretty well. And then the emergence of Kuntz with that offensive line, and the plus Jenkins, I think we have Jenkins too, right? Yeah. So, so all these guys, and
Adam Butler too.
Yeah, Adam Butler, you know what I mean? And then so that defensive line is going to create a lot of havoc. Obviously, Max Crosby too, but that's going to create a lot of havoc. So these guys in the backfield are going to be able to push up on the receivers, kind of, you know, bully them a little bit more, kind of getting in, you know, kind of basically have a little bit of an extra step, because that defensive line is going to be applying a lot of fucking pressure. So a lot of these guys are going to look better than what they are. I think. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Am I tripping, or are you guys kind of
no. That's 1,000% true.
Yep. Defensive line always helps out though, because they make your, you know, that's just the way it is. Like
linebackers and secondary look very good.
That's how you beat Mahomes, right? You rough him up.
Yeah. If the quarterback is constantly under pressure and, you know, throwing falling back and shit like that, or throwing, you know, and a defensive lineman getting their hands on it and, you know, causing tip ball, you know, interceptions and shit like that, like it's gonna make your DBs better all the time. So they have to cover less. They're able to take more chances. They're able to play more ball hawk style, and I think that's perfectly suited for a Jack Jones type of game. You know what I mean? So I think it's our D line is gonna dictate a lot. But either way, I think no matter what, we still have to that linebacking position. We have to. That's one way. Like there's no way around it. No depth. I mean, I know we signed that Mauga, but I mean, he's like a might get cut at the end of the you know, day two, you know what I mean, or a special teams player. So it's like you got to go get a solidified guy. That Amari Burney, I was hoping, but he's just too small, too damn small. You know what I mean, for Florida, out of Florida last year. But yeah, we gotta go get something.
Oh, you're good.
Shout out to the 100. Shout out to the 100 in the chat, man.
Appreciate you.
Special people with us. We Raider podcast. Sub to them. Give them some love. It's a pleasure having them on.
Yep.
Oakland.
Yeah.
Y'all see my video, the stadium of all the fun shit that's still
there?
Like
bro. That was
great.
I was trying to go at least one more game. You know, Mom's like, let's go, because we go to at least one game every year and stuff like that. She's like, let's go. I'm like, I'm not going. I'm sorry.
Bro. The TV that you put that they have, it's like, what the hell?
Dude, there was I tried to get it on video, but they took off. I saw like 3 feral cats too in the stadium.
Oh my god, man.
like
crazy, bro.
I mean, they look like they've seen some shit. Like they're Oakland cats.
For sure.
I was walking out of Seagate and it was fucking in the trash. Like I was like, dude, this is the most Oakland shit I've ever seen. Like you got wild cats going through trash like at the end of a game. Like what?
They can't move to Vegas sooner, bro. They can't move to Vegas sooner.
Well, they're gonna be playing in Sacramento next year.
Yeah.
They're gonna be delaying tearing down the hotel, the Tropicana Hotel, too, because apparently they have too much asbestos and it'll like get up into the air. So the Tropicana did not get ripped down yet.
Wow. So are they're stating that they rejected the tax for the Vegas, correct? So now they're saying they might do it at a different location, I thought.
Sacramento.
No, for the Vegas A's. They're talking about like they might.
Yeah, it hasn't like totally been approved yet, but
yeah. So it's still up in the air. Like I
just
don't
move it from a different
Ooh,
part.
move to Fresno A's. I'll be happy with that.
Move it. They're still.
They took your AAA team away. You ain't getting shit down there.
I know, bro. They did. They fucking did.
That's such a nice stadium, and they took the team away. I was like, that's dumb.
Nah,
Yeah.
Vegas ain't losing that team. Vegas will put it in a different location, but it's just not probably there.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, to me, like I thought of it this way: like when they put the Raider Stadium up, there's nothing out there, so they're going to put the A Stadium where there's nothing out there because they can put another L or venue there that's going to make more money than the A's. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so
Plenty of places to put it too.
And then, you know they're gonna have a men's basketball team probably too in a couple years.
Oh, for sure. That's next.
Yep.
And after that, that's pretty much it, right? They have a hockey team, they have a WNBA team, about to have a baseball team, NFL team.
Yep.
You see the whopping contract for the most electric and probably one of the best female players ever. What her contract was for the WNBA.
She made
what was it?
A year.
It's
Clark,
how much?
Caitlin Clark.
75,000.
Who? Caitlin Clark?
Yeah. She needs to take up Ice Cube on his offer for 5
Yeah,
million.
well, I mean, she's gonna get paid like millions by Nike and shit like that, but
Yeah,
their
but
WNBA
still.
contract is $75,000 a year. That's their pay.
What's his name? Ice Cube offered $5 million to come play for the Big Three,
For the
right?
Big Three,
But then I guess Lil Durk, who's an owner of one of the teams in the Big Three, who's a rapper, offered her $10 million to go play for his team.
Damn.
Oh shit.
And I guess she hasn't taken it.
Damn.
Yeah. Well,
How does Lil Durk even have $10 million? That's
He got the YouTube money.
That's some hits.
That's questions I don't ask, man.
Above my pay grade. Shit. What's going on there?
Lil Durk. Who would want to have a name like that? Durk. He get picked on you.
Man, I don't even know.
So
So,
let him have a team.
summer kickoff coming up. I know we're talking
yeah.
about. I think Joe Morley was on earlier and stuff like that. Summer kickoff. I know you guys are all going, right? You guys having a little bit more information on it. You know what I mean? Because I know you guys are gonna do a podcast with. Joe Morley's gonna do a podcast out there. I reached out to him, Josh, like you said, and MC said reach out to him. So we're gonna be out there. So we're probably gonna get in on that also as well. But anything about it, like, because I've never been there. I don't think Gravy's been there. And Gabe, have you been there at all?
No.
So this is gonna be the first year. We're going pretty deep. So
It's cool. They have players. It's a lot of fun. I've been a few years. It's pretty well organized.
Disorganized madness.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm like a Raider.
Be happy it's not in the summer because that shit.
For real.
Bakersfield in July. Ooh, it's bad.
115.
I'm John froze, so I'm gonna take a picture of him because this is a good picture of him frozen. Is he frozen on your screen?
That actually is a wonderful picture.
Oh, that's messed up. That's cold.
Yeah.
You're on that cricket Wi-Fi.
There you go.
Shit, a little dicky. Be funny. I was talking about the team broke down.
But yeah,
Man, it's fun.
you'll see a lot of podcasters, big and small, go there. You'll see people you see from TikTok and stuff. So it's cool. It's kind of a central location between LA and what was Valley. So a lot of people go. So it's fun. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, he finally. I was gonna move him off right now.
His internet is
It's one of those days, huh? Mine's
Wi-Fi, Willie.
so.
My two
My 2 cents is right here. AP is fired, but technically a rookie head coach. Exact reason Telesco was brought in to make it work and they have to work together. But no way Davis is giving it all to AP. Davis is not as dumb as most believe.
I disagree, and I counter your argument with Josh McDaniels.
I mean,
for real.
an example he didn't want to follow, right?
And not just that, he has Marvin Lewis, and he has, you know what I mean, Hugh Jackson still, you know what I mean, kind of, helping out in that type of aspect, who have had that experience at head coach too. So I don't see no problem in him, moving on as coach, dog. Like I don't question anything about that yet. Like obviously there's winning involved in all of that shit, but I think that we're gonna get to that. You know what I mean? So there's steps to it, and I think we're ready. I think we're ready to take that step.
Oh, look at the screen, Coach.
You froze and they got you.
Nah,
You froze. I got you.
Yeah.
It looks like an ID picture.
I had to switch networks because apparently Xfinity doesn't fucking work past like 9:30 or something. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, that's not time anymore. They go home.
I had to turn on my cell phone, and I'm like hot spotting it right now.
Oh wow.
So hopefully that works. I've never tried this before. It's my first time.
There you go.
Raider Big says anybody with that haircut can be the brightest bulb on the chandelier. Oh fuck. Shit. So AP, you know what I mean? Before we got about another half an hour left and stuff like that. AP, rookie, you know what I mean? Head coach. Is he considered a rookie head coach? Is that fair to say? Or
Yeah.
Okay. So how far? What's the breaking point to where we're gonna if we lose 2 games in a row? Is he gone? I mean, people are gonna call for his head. What's the furthest you guys are willing to go with AP? Because just his style, who he is, how he came up, the way he likes the game, the way he speaks to players, the way he's, just the way he moves, man. Everybody wanted him. We were all there at the last game. You know what I mean? Everyone, AP. It was crazy. You know what I mean? And now we got what we wanted. So. What do you guys think? Like, how long does he have to actually turn this franchise around?
3 years.
Yeah, that's a good question.
3 years.
3
I
years.
don't think going this
3
year
years?
at all.
Raider fans don't give anybody 3 years.
I'd say
That's our
2.
fucking problem.
Yeah, the fans can't speak again. I mean,
I know people think though, I would say 2 years, but the only reason I say 2 years is because I think, to be honest, in those 2 years he's going to turn it around. I just have that much faith in I have the faith in that he is going to turn it around. I just can't see past I don't know. I can't accept the fucking. I can't see that shit. I can't see the failure in that yet. I know that a lot of people would say Raiders are gonna end up doing Raiders shit, because the last 20 years, kind of remind people, have left a bad taste in people's mouth. But it's I don't know, man. I just feel different, man. There's too much hoopla around the Raiders right now. It's just everybody talking about them, not just content creators. Been talking about this. They're all over the networks. You know what I mean? All kinds of questions asked about them and shit like that. It's just kind of out of the ordinary, and I don't know. They kind of it's almost like a foreshadowing type thing. I don't know, the NFL type. I even kind of knows it's we're on the verge of making that switch finally, man. Going back to our winning ways, man. That's why
I think if we do a move to where we get Jaden Daniels, and Jaden Daniels doesn't pan out, he's gone.
He's gone, yeah.
Of course.
Him and Taylor.
That's not going to happen. If we take Jaden Daniels, it's going to work out.
We hope it doesn't happen.
It's always a gamble when you draft a player. No matter how good they appear to be, until they get into the NFL, we don't know how.
Yeah.
Yep.
Were you going to say, Baker?
Well, I mean, I think the situation is pretty different too. I mean, were any of us excited about Josh McDaniels?
Fuck no.
Yeah, and he came in and just didn't respect the players right away, and it was so dysfunctional. He had to go, right? I think Mark Davis wants to be patient. My guess is just he would not, even if we're not successful, he wouldn't let him go after a year. I think he would give him at least 2 just to see the turnover for an entire season with his players. But
yeah, I think Mark Davis values a big name coach, and AP isn't the big name coach, so I think he's on a pretty short lease, to be honest.
As a year though?
Yeah.
No, I would say he's going to get a second year.
Yeah.
It's we, depending on how the draft goes, that's going to determine if we make the playoffs or not. That's how I feel. 1,000. I think we're a 500 team, maybe a game below 500, depending how our draft picks too, and how our quarterback play is going to make sure we go to the playoffs or not. So if we are a below 500 team, I don't think he's on the hot seat because that's kind of what we're expected to be this year.
Right.
To go from a garbage team to almost 500 team to the playoffs in a matter of a year or two it happens, but it's not happening all the time. So I could see this year us being like 9-8, missing the playoffs. Like that could happen, and his job would be fine. And then next year, if he doesn't improve, then he might be on the hot seat. And that's why I say year 3, because I think we're gonna be decent enough this year. Next year, if he fucks up, then year 3, that's when we're gonna see some issues if he doesn't do well again.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm saying
that cannot play. It could play out like that, but I think that it's more on. I think this year, if like say they do take a quarterback in the first round and it does work out, you see the kind of type of effect it could have. Like look at what the Stroud, you know what I mean? Like as soon as you know that you found your guy, you know what I mean? Like it gets you the attention even grows even more. Like there's already some attention on the Raiders, like that shit will magnify by 10. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that part, like if that's why it's so important to me to find the next quarterback, because it's just like that's just the way the league is going to. Like guys are so attracted to that. Like receivers are such divas that like they see a quarterback, the new shiny toy, like, oh damn, that guy knows, that guy looks good. You know what I mean? Like it's saying whoever we get. You know what I mean? It's just that can change around the franchise a lot too. Like that's why I think in this first year, like Gravy, I know you say that we could take him and he could get fired for that, but also he could take him and it could change our next 10 years. You know what I mean? We could be contenders for the next 10 years. So you can look at it either way, but like it depends on how they want to gamble. You know what I mean? I say it's Vegas, so fuck it, let's do it. Let's roll the dice.
Yeah.
Might as well. Like I like the gambling.
I'm with that, man. I'm with that. I never said don't do it, but I've always we tend just to take risks like that, and look where it's got us.
True.
In the last 3 decades, bro, that I've been waiting for this team to do something. You know what I mean? So, taking risks like that. Well, we've been doing it. Not with a quarterback. I'm excited to see if we do this trade thing. How the quarterback's gonna pan out. If it is Jaden Day, I'll rock with the dude, man. Even from
whoever
the
we
get-go.
take that quarterback.
From the get-go.
Even Joe Milton?
Fuck that.
He has a strong arm. He can throw 80 yards from his back foot.
Hey, I watched. Somebody had said, I think it was Gam 110, right? One of the guys that's in the chat all the time. He's like, man, look at Joe Milton, because I didn't know what the quarterbacks were because I don't really watch college football. So I go look at him, and the first thing it said, strongest arm in college football. And I turned around and everyone roasted me for that shit.
But fuck, that's about it.
Everybody switching to tight end, bro. How could you be switched to tight end and be drafted higher from being a tight end than you are a quarterback?
Who do you think is going to be the best quarterback in this draft? Do you think it's going to be Williams or Maine or somebody else?
First quarterback pick, Judge?
No, the best quarterback, not the first. We already know Caleb Williams is going first overall.
I'm going to be dead honest with you. I like Caleb Williams' game. I really, really do. He could play. I mean, I do.
I like Caleb.
I really, really do. I know it's a long shot for us to ever even get him, but like him going to Chicago, I think he'll have better success in Washington. Personally.
Yeah.
They're both effed up franchises. Both of them.
They're both. But Washington is on the right path. Magic Johnson and their group that's in there, they breed winners. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're gonna have that, and then him being the
Magic
hometown
Johnson
guy
doesn't breed at all. He can't.
But I think that's why the best quarterback is going to be the quarterback that gets traded up for. The best quarterback is the quarterback that gets traded up for, because that quarterback is going to have more of a team already around him. Because the teams that are trading up is because they had an okay record last year, or they've already have something to build on. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think the best quarterback is going to be the team that gets traded up for. Like, Minnesota could do themselves a favor if they go up and trade up all the way up and get Drake May. I mean, he could end up being the best because that him throwing to Jefferson and Jordan Addison. I mean, that's some pretty good weapons over there. So, like, it all depends. I think that's what I would say. The best quarterback is going to be the quarterback traded up for. That's what I'm saying. Let's go, Raiders.
You're gonna get your coach fired, bro.
I think it's gonna be Drake. I think he's gonna be the best quarterback in this draft. Chicago's a shithole. Nobody wins there. They're not good at developing quarterbacks. And I would say if Caleb went to a different team, he'd probably be a lot better. And I told Baker and John this. So I ran into Lamar Houston, right? And I'm like, oh shit, you're Lamar Houston. And somebody's like, oh, he played for, somebody didn't know what they're talking about, said he played for some other team. I'm like, no, he played for the Bears and the Raiders. We drafted him. First thing out of his mouth, fuck the Bears. Worst franchise in the NFL. That's it. Out. Met the guy for 30 seconds. He said that without hesitation. He's like,
Damn.
worst ran franchise I've ever been around in my life. And the minute I heard that, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, it had to be bad for him to say that.
And he was in Oakland too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he said that in public. He said it was a worst ran franchise. Said it was horrible. It's bad for players. And the minute I heard that, I'm like, Caleb's going there. I'm like, good luck.
He was good with us, dog. He was good with us.
Yeah, and he went there and he fell off a cliff like most players do when they go to the Bears. Like, who have they had that's been a good player that on the offense in the past decade? Like, there hasn't been very many.
Yeah.
So
Herbert, the running back.
Khalil?
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert.
But, like, that's it. Like, who else?
Command. They got Command. Now, Command was all right.
Yeah. I mean, wait, you got
they traded for – they traded – oh, yeah.
But, see, the thing is, okay, look, they picked up a lot of players this offseason. They didn't pick up no offensive linemen. Yeah. So, you're going to go from Justin Fields that I think is a little bit more athletic than Caleb. You know what I mean? But obviously younger and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And Fields at least had a little bit of success. I mean, because he had no offensive line. So just because you have all these receivers and running backs, stuff like that, if they can't get out the backfield or, Caleb's running for his life, he's not going to be able to get a good pass off. You know what I mean?
Well, they're going to be able to go quarterback and receiver this year.
They should go quarterback and then lineman. That's what they should do.
Oh, that
if they're going to try to do anything.
Because they just picked up a first-round tackle last year, right? Slater or who was it? I know that they picked up a first-round tackle out there.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I think it is Slater. I think it is Slater. I think so. I think it is Slater. But yeah, no, I seen that they did pick him up, but then the offensive line was still crap. But I mean, the whole offensive line.
I know he got hurt last year.
You're right. The Bears are set. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy that you said May, Josh, because Gabe was saying May, like when we first started, when season was over, we started looking at quarterbacks. Drake May, and like when you had said that too, I was like, I think he's like a Roethlisberger type guy. You know what I mean? He's kind of the bigger guy. You know what I mean? Maybe he could throw a little bit better, a little bit more accuracy and stuff like that. But I mean, overall, bro, like I think he's pretty good. I think if he goes one, I don't think he's gonna go one. I think he's probably gonna go. I think Patriots might pick him up.
Well, I know Washington had him and Jaden Daniels in for a meeting this week, but they're just meeting because they're the number 2 pick with all the quarterbacks. But I think to me, it's always been, I don't know why. Like, I think Chicago. I don't know. No, it looks like Chicago's gonna go for sure, Caleb, and then it could be. I don't know why. I think JJ McCarthy's gonna sneak into one of those 2 or 3 teams, though. The 2 or 3 team,
really,
because he's just their type of court, like that type of franchise guy. Like I could see Jaden. I could see maybe Drake May going to Washington, and then at 3, if the Patriots don't trade out of that. I don't see them going Jaden Daniels. I don't see the Patriots going Jaden Daniels. That's for sure. I don't know why, but I just don't see. I would see them going JJ McCarthy over Jaden Daniels. Like it's because there is some talk about GMs talk out there like saying that JJ McCarthy could be the top guy on their draft board, but I think some of those teams are teams like that. Like I just can't see Jaden Daniels going to certain teams, but I can see him going to Washington. But if he gets past Washington, then it's all bets off. Like that's when I think, fuck, can he make it to?
Somebody will trade for him, but
yeah.
That's right here.
I would bet $1. Anything.
$1.
Either no, a gentleman's bet. You know, you say $1 because you don't want to be rude or anything. Either Knicks or Penix is going to fall to late first, early second. One of them will fall.
I think it's going to be Bo.
Yeah, one of them's going to fall in the second round, and somebody's like, "We got our franchise guy," and it's like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, he's going to be like Will Levis. He's going to be like Will Levis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even like Mac Jones, they were talking about him like getting drafted like in the top 3, and he went
number 10 or 15. But I want to. There's 2 reasons I want to play in Tennessee. One is obviously it's Nashville. 2, I'm gonna go dressed as a giant fucking milk carton sitting in the front row. So
giant milk carton.
Will Levis is terrified of milk.
He has a phobia of milk and milk products. Like no joke.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
That's why in his draft profile they're like, we don't know if we can draft him this high or invest him in the team because he has an actual phobia. If he's in the same room as milk and dairy, he will have a fucking panic attack. Like this is not made up. This is in his draft profile.
Wow.
Hey, if you ever go play in Vegas, go play in Vegas, I'm sending fucking. I'm trying to find out where he is. I'm sending room service, milk.
You dress up like a milkman.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I mean, I'll dress up as a milkman, have my kids as fucking little milk cartons. Like it'll be great, you know.
I could be a cow.
Yeah. Like, why have people not done this already?
So is it all milk or is almond milk okay?
Is that why his dumbass
is okay?
Dairy milk.
Hey, is that why his dumbass puts mayonnaise in his coffee?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. He puts mayonnaise. No, you never seen his shit. He put mayonnaise in a coffee and he eats bananas with the peels on them.
What the fuck?
He's a fucking weirdo. Like,
should have been a Raider. That's like weird Raider activity right there.
Yeah, he probably would be.
I think there's
a picture. Yeah, there's a
has
picture
Bolt written all over him.
There's a picture of him like talking, and he literally takes mayonnaise with a spoon and puts it in his coffee and starts drinking it.
Yeah, he's like showing them that it's like it takes time.
Okay, like I've heard of like, you know what I mean? Like what is it, bullet coffee? Like, you know, coconut oil, a little bit of butter. I've tried that, you know what I mean? It's actually not bad.
I put butter in my coffee before. Somebody told me that's actually really good. It's keto.
Yes, it's not bad. It's actually healthy, you know what I mean? But like
mayonnaise,
I don't know if butter is healthy.
Like who the fuck puts Miracle Whip in their black coffee? Like seriously, not somebody that can play quarterback in the NFL. I'll tell you that much.
Miracle Whip?
You weird.
He puts mayonnaise in his coffee. He's weird.
Oh, Miracle! I can't have Miracle Whip on a sandwich, bro.
I feel like we should. I'm gonna try that live next time on our next stream. I'm gonna.
Oh, don't, bro, don't. There were some weirdos that already did that, bro, and they have too many fucking followers. Anyways, I want to see you go through that. That's crazy. I never heard of phobia of milk. So he can't go next to a dairy at all, huh?
Yeah, that he has an actual. It's not like, oh, I don't like it. No, he has a phobia, freaks out, panic attacks, hyperventilates. That kind of stuff. Like, it's an actual condition.
I wonder if I can find the tweet.
You know what's crazy? You know when the teams come out and give you water bottles?
You stack them and just have milk breath.
Hey,
he'll stack them.
It's called gallophobia.
Gallophobia?
That's crazy though.
It's called gallophobia?
Gallophobia, yeah.
How many people have it?
I'm gonna go with him.
Why is that a name? Did you make that up? Is that his middle name?
No.
I can see allergic to it or lactose, whatever.
See, I'm lactose intolerant, but I can be in the same room as milk and not have a fucking panic attack. Like it's not going to impact my day.
He's still doing that little kid shit.
Got milk? Goddamn, bro, that's so stupid, bro. How can somebody be that under like that much pressure? You know what I mean? In the spotlight and can't have milk. He's like, hey, we want to sponsor you. Producers want to sponsor you.
No, I'm pulling up the interview. Will Levis confirms that he uses almond milk in his coffee. He is not full of creamer, but he has a deathly fear, quotes, of milk itself.
Here, I found it. It's from Jacob.
A deadly fear? Damn.
Yeah. So right there, this was the tweet that set it off. It said a legitimate concern NFL teams have with Kentucky quarterback Will Levis is his deathly fear of milk. I have been told he screams in terror at night at the sight of milk.
Fuck?
Let alone the taste. It impedes his daily tasks, the source said. I'm worried how he'll fit in the NFL program. Like, that was a legit tweet.
Like, you can't eat fucking cereal in front of the dude. You know?
Yeah, no, that was a
He doesn't eat ice cream either.
So it says milk. It's not lactose itself. It's just milk. So I looked into it. Yeah.
Milk.
So he uses milk, like cow's milk, which is weird. So because he drinks almond and oat milk, but he sees cow milk and he has panic attacks.
So he could eat ice cream if it has milk in it in itself, as long as he knows it's not like in milk form.
Yeah,
or?
he said just dairy milk. Which this thing you're trying to explain a mental medical condition, it's not going to make sense. Like a lot of these don't make sense.
No, yeah, it's crazy.
It's just how he's wired. Yeah. But you say it out loud, you're like, yeah, this dude's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
We'll call him Leche Levis.
Leche Levis?
Leche Levis.
That could be his nickname. That could be his nickname when he comes to Las Vegas. Leche Levis. You might rattle him up a little bit.
I have a feeling if we ever played in Nashville, I have a feeling if we dressed up as like a milk carton or something, they wouldn't let us in. But in Vegas, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
Vegas, they'll embrace that.
Yeah. So if my word, I will be on Amazon buying milk carton fucking, costumes for my whole family.
Hey, no, Leon, they don't. Bulls don't
get
have
a Halloween costume. A Halloween costume of milk jug. You go out there, you can trip out real well.
And if it's a big foam thing or something, I can sneak milk in. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind I can sneak it in and show it to him when he runs in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
you know what you could order? You can order at the bar White Russians and just scare the fuck out of them.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's milk. I think it's milk, and then you're right there in the bar. You're right there at the end zone area, right before the game, and be like, "Hey, look, Will, got a glass of milk for you."
Bro, you guys don't check dude's browser. You can't see some stuff. You must have swallowed something else as a kid. What about Bull's milk? Oh god, bro, you guys are killing me, dog.
I just
don't drink Bull's milk. It tastes different. I don't know why. Yeah.
Josh shouldn't have said that. It's gonna get bad. These guys in our chat are gonna get nasty. Watch.
It's bad.
They're gonna talk about. Next thing you know, somebody's gonna be talking about breast milk and shit like that. Watch.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
You guys are fucking crazy.
Josh already thought of that too.
We cannot fucking draft that guy, bro. That guy needs to stay away from us.
No, he's already drafted.
We don't need him around at all. I don't think he's gonna even play next year, bro. He's been hurt. It says Will Leche Cruda.
Levis? What the fuck?
Okay, I'm white. I don't know what Leche Cruda means.
Leche is
milk.
I know that's milk. I don't know what cruda means.
Cruda,
hangover.
Yeah, hangover.
Hungover, drunk. Yeah. Hungover, drunk.
He saw his mom with the milkman. He was never the same.
All right, J-Dog, way to go. You're going to have to show us the way.
Bro. You guys are crazy, bro.
That's the best. That's the best drink, dog, when you get milk.
Baby bottles on 3rd and long.
World tres leches.
Tres leches?
Don't give them none of that. Don't give them no 3 milk cake.
World tres leches. That's a great
next one. But you got Josh, are you guys going to do anything for the draft?
Yeah,
I'm just going to Vegas.
You're going to be in Vegas?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything, or are you guys going to be at the house? Or
we're going to be at the house. We're thinking about doing a live stream.
Okay. So wherever I'm at, I'll pop on my phone or something probably.
Yeah, we're going to be starting probably like 4:00 because the draft starts at 5. So we're going to go through the whole draft. We'll be here, so you guys are more than welcome to. I'll send you. Yeah, you guys can pull up.
It starts like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first round is like the only. I know Thursday is only the first round, which is like 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, like it's about 3 hours long. So we're like 4 to 8.
Yeah, so we'll be live for that day. Thursday, just a heads up, guys don't even know this, but Thursday, I've seen a lot of people in the chat that have been wanting to come on and stuff like that. As long as you come on, I'm going to throw the link in the chat so you guys can pull up. I seen Kenna wants to pull up. I seen OG wants to pull up. So Thursday, I haven't done a live show like that in a long time, so we're going to just have everybody can pull up. So you guys are more than welcome to come anytime you guys want to. And Sunday night, we will have Raider Alex. If you haven't seen Raider Alex, go to Raider Alex on YouTube. He does a lot of voiceover work and talking about Raiders and different things like that. He does do a little bit of lives here and there, but he will be on Sunday. And don't forget, We Raider. If you guys don't subscribe to him, go ahead and subscribe to him. Baker Raiderhead, Josh the Goat, and Kukui Online. That's all their IG tags. And if you follow their IG tags, you can follow their link tree to their We Raider. We Raider, they're on this. They're on every Tuesday, same time as us, but you can always go back and go check out their show, or go back and forth, have them both playing through it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I gotta plug my shit real quick, like I always do.
Yeah.
Hey, subscribe to my page. It's $4.99 a month. Every subscription, every dollar that goes to my page, I give back in prizes. So I'm at like the $400 or $500 mark a month right now. And I'm giving it away. I gave away AP Ball, a Jacoby Myers jersey, and I'm giving away Adam jersey end of the month. Next month, I should be able to give a jersey every week away. So you guys tell me what you want me to give away. It's either going to be in my closet or I'm going to buy it and give it away. So every dollar that goes in my subscriptions, I give back to the nation. I don't make shit off my Instagram.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't understand why I don't win, bro. Oh, I have to subscribe.
Yeah,
remember, you got to subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I do paid raffles because people ask me to do it, so I started doing that in the off season. So I'm probably gonna do that every Saturday or Sunday. A lot of the shit I just do at cost, and I literally have 10 Max Crosby jerseys chilling in my closet right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those.
Only $4.99 will get you in.
Yeah,
How do we get a hold of you? How do we get a hold of Kukui? What do you got going on, bro?
I just got my Instagram, really, the Kukui Online. I'm my Kukui Eats, but I haven't really done anything with it for a long time. Like having to work, kind of interferes with that. So,
and got the links in the chat too. Put in the links in the chat right now too.
Yeah. No, thank you guys. Yeah, and then Baker, I know Baker, she had, I remember when I first seen you did a show with somebody that we don't talk about. But anyways, but that's when I kind of started following you. And then I kind of noticed like some of the stuff that you do is pretty dope. You go like Raider history. You talk about all kinds of different things on TikTok and all that stuff. And I see that you're doing Kukui Online. You're doing the new eats at like Dodger Stadium and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Dodger.
I love the editing that you guys do, man. I don't know how you guys do it, whatever or not, but your guys' editing and overdub, man, is great. You guys got to go over there and subscribe to both of them. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much. We're kind of branching out into other like sporting events. So people that like to go to like any kind of sporting event, we're trying them all out. We're trying like the food and the experience. And then we're in the early August, we're going to go to Allegiant Stadium, and the staff there is going to like show us all the new food they have. So
that's dope. That's how it goes.
That's cool. So.
Definitely foodies.
yeah, all of us.
We want to bring all the stadium food, and we started going to more sporting events, like other than Raider games. So we've
in the off season.
Yeah. Like during the Raider games, I like to live stream a lot. Like not the game itself, because fucking TikTok will always ban me.
Yeah.
But like like the pre-game stuff, I like to live stream that for everybody, like because not everybody can be at the stadium, and there's people like around the world. So I'll usually live stream it. I got 2 phones, so I got TikTok and IG covered. So for everybody on there, that's what I try to do.
Rolling like a G right there with 2 phones.
Yeah, we go post game. We always go post game on Sundays.
Yeah,
for sure.
So we do post game. So ours is just Tuesdays, and then so this year, hopefully going into like mid-season, we should be transitioning to a little something different, but just different days and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna be I'm going at least 4 games, 2 LA games. So hopefully we see you guys there. We're gonna go to the summer kickoff. Are you guys by chance coming down to the Madeira, the Explosion by chance? Here in Madeira?
I think we're gonna be in New York at the time, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Are they having players yet or no?
I don't. I reached out to Mob.
All I know is they're gonna have Mellow Man Ace.
Mellow Man Ace for sure. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Check dude. Look at Low's face. Look at Low's face, and he looks just like him.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Not really. No, not at all. But but it's actually pretty nice too. But like summer kickoff will be there. Yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate you guys pulling up, man. Last week, I know it was kind of last minute. We kind of switched everything up, but you guys are more than welcome to come up, pull up. You can even pull one of us if you guys want to do a show on a Tuesday, whatever not. Just hit us up. You know, you got all our information and stuff like that. So, man, thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys.
You know what, Lo? I want to say one thing, man. These guys are so nice to each other, man. How come we can't do that? What's wrong with that? You see how they're cool with each other, timing out everything.
Maybe it's you. What the hell?
Who was that? You had me on with the sports meme guy, and he was like cussing me out, and his Wi-Fi kept going. He's like, "Fuck that, fuck Derek." He's like, "I like Derek Carr." Is it the sports meme or the sports guy?
The sports meme.
Yeah, and somebody was like, the motherfucker's on the McDonald's Wi-Fi because his shit kept going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
Yeah. The thing is, he does shows on his own, perfect. Yeah. But when he gets on our show, he's
always on and off.
See, Raider Big said, you make the Raider. There you go. So now you can take my job, Bigger. There you go. See, there it is.
I know. I gotta work on my trash talking more.
You've been replaced, bro. Already. See that quick.
Yeah.
No, but I'm probably not going to at least the New Orleans game this year. Both LA games for sure, and then a couple of Vegas games.
Yeah, I'm planning on going to Vegas games for sure.
We're really hoping that they play the Dolphins and Tampa Bay back to back, so we can just go out there for the whole week.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I will be just running amok in Florida. So,
God.
Hey, we got 3 teams we got all 3 teams of Florida, right? Play all the way.
Jacksonville is at home though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at home? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
But yeah, man, thank you guys, man.
No, thank you.
Pulling up. I know you guys only do an hour show. We do a 2-hour show because an hour show for Gravy was too last. Hour and a half wasn't good enough, so we had to push it.
Yeah, get nothing done in an hour. You can get nothing done in an hour.
Like, you know, there's a lot of talking for 2 hours. When you have a big panel, that's easy. But it's like 2-3 people, like hour 10 minutes.
Yeah,
you know,
and we're all nice to each other, so
we argue all the time. Like, if you got to go back, some of the arguments are epic.
No, I've been on. You guys are like, yeah, Gravy's fucking screaming at you for shit half the time.
Yeah. I was like, what? I'm just a fan.
And you just think we're not live, man. We can be at the house on the phone. Same thing.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad. We be roasting each other bad. Like sometimes I want to kind of record after we're done because we be going in on each other. It's good. It's good TV, but then, yeah, Gabe's just sitting there just high as hell. Gabe's gonna be high as hell to be sitting there. Me and Gravy just going at it, just roasting the shit out of each other. Good times. But yeah, man, thank you guys for pulling up, man. Don't forget to subscribe to We Are Raider.
420
Live. Ready Game 420, Coach Gravy, Kukui Online, Josh. I can't even fucking time. Josh. That's your new name, Josh. Before you go, Josh. Baker Raider, don't forget to subscribe to her too. But Josh, now that we have Minshew, the first thing I said, Josh has to grow his hair out, bro. Josh has to grow his hair out, grow the mustache. You got to get in the same room with this guy. You got to do something. We got to see it. At least
I'm gonna be rocking the booty shorts for the draft day. So
I will not send you the link.
Send it to him. We cannot send it to Josh. Come on now, man.
Yeah, Josh is going to start at OnlyFans. So with
he already has one. He's probably the first one to have
does,
one,
bro.
I should. I'm telling you. I've seen these Raider girls make OnlyFans, and I'm like, I know how much money they're making. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I wish I was a girl. Like this.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You don't even got to do anything. Like just step on some like hamburger meat and shit. Like take pictures of your toes.
Good job.
ASMR shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Crazy.
Great. That's great.
That's like good show. That's almost like some milk thing. You know what I mean? That Levis shit.
Yeah. That's what you got looking forward. Coming up pretty soon. Get Josh the GOAT and his OnlyFans.
And
Be a member.
What you're gonna get is the price you don't want to get. But man,
you're gonna get a Max Crosby jersey with a bunch of shit on it.
But yeah, shit. Like we always say when we get out of here, man, be thankful for what you do, God. What you don't drink and drive. And on 3, man, we leave it with Raiders. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Raiders!